This is the DV Sports and Gaming Podcast, and we are back with another episode 17. I am so excited. It's been so long since we recorded an episode. We've had a lot of things going on. We had unfortunate events in the family, but we're here now. We're here, and we're gonna do this thing. I am DV Macho. We got DV Socks.
What up?
What? We got DV Slasty. I'm gonna need you to get nasty.
What up with it?
But yeah, we've got so many things to talk about today. A couple things we're gonna talk about: MLB All-Star Game, Home Run Derby, the Open, and then we're gonna round up NBA free agency because God. We have not been able to talk about that, and there's so much going on with that. And some gaming topics we want to hit is Overwatch and us having some fun on Fall Guys. It's been a good time. But like every episode we do, we got an intro topic we want to talk about. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I know it's been noticed over in England, Great Britain. It's been hot as fuck. Dude, so hot. Have you guys been experiencing this too?
Yeah, it's been. Yes. I feel like it's been hotter than any other year in the past, and maybe that's because I'm spending more time in the sun. But my God, it's hot outside. I don't know what's going on.
Dude, when I was driving and I saw it say 113 degrees on the car, I was like, I don't think I've ever seen the number that high, ever.
Dude,
not at home. At home,
I'm gonna one up you. So. It was 114 last week, which is stupid. I walked out of work and I was like,
one up.
I walked out of work and I was like, it feels like I'm deployed right now. That's what it feels like. And then I got in my car and my temperature reading said 121. I was like, what is this? This is so bad. I was like, the sun is literally absorbing us. But. All right, so with that going on, hot as fuck, what are your favorite getaways to escape the heat? I want to know what you guys like to do to cool down when it's 150 out. Paul, let's go with you first just because I want to know.
I like to walk in my goddamn house. That's what I like to do. It's cold in my house. 69 degrees, cold, cool, nice glass of cold water. You know, sit on the couch.
That's the water he enjoys is cold water in the house.
No, I'm just kidding. But
cold water getaway in a cup.
No, so my cold water getaway, which I don't even know if I like it anymore, but because me and Desiree just went. So me and Desiree went to Schlitterbahn a couple weekends ago.
Schlitterbahn.
It was so the thing that really blew my mind. So there's three parks. There's two like main parks, which are like just chlorinated water, and then there's one park that's served by the river, which is supposed to be like extremely cold.
Yeah,
that park was hotter than the other parks. I've never got in that water and been like, this is awful. Like it was like lukewarm because that's how hot it was.
Interesting. Wow.
I was like, probably this sucks. And then that's probably it too. And then we also waited in line for like an hour and a half to ride this stupid tube ride because there's like these passes that get people to the front. And apparently there were these families of 20 people going to the front. So we were just baking in the sun, like half dying. And I've never seen a line for a wave pool, but there was a line for a wave pool.
So you don't like your getaway right now is what we're getting to.
I don't know yet because me and Des used to love that place. And now... I don't know.
So it was water parks. Now you're back to just staying in your house because it's colder.
It wasn't just water parks, dude. It was Schlitterbahn.
The hottest, coolest time in Texas. Come play.
You know what was even worse? We forgot water shoes. So like for the first hour and a half we were there, our feet were just roasting, dude. So then I bought us some water shoes. Dude. Yeah, we lost like a layer of skin.
What'd you get, Des? The kids 5?
She was like, do you think the kid sizes are cheaper than the adults? I was like,
it doesn't matter, sweetie. They're the only ones that'll fit you.
Pretty much, yeah. But water park's fun and everything until stuff starts breaking and lines get long and gets hot.
Sam, what is your favorite water getaway when it's hot as fuck?
Man, before I experienced a lot of things, I probably would have sled Schlitterbahn as well. But I don't really like rides that much. So I just went to the Florida Panama City beach. That was really great. So I'd probably say that the beach, but it's got to be like an actual nice beach. Because we grew up going to Corpus Christi. I'm not trying to hate. Like, I think there's some parts of Corpus that are probably okay. But that Panama City beach.
Shout out Selena.
Awesome. So any kind of beach that's nice.
Margarita
that'd be my getaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, some kind of alcoholic beverage with rum.
Alcohol. All right, so Sam's going a beach getaway.
Yeah.
Man, I had to think about this because I love the water. And I was thinking, man, it's so freaking hot. We got the pool on base here. I was thinking about floating the river, having like a beer float to go along with you. There's always water parks. There's always the beach. And I think what I go with is I got to go to the beach also. Dude, feeling that sand between your toes. It's got to be the nice beach, though. I'm not talking about any
the nasty beach, like seaweed on your toes. And,
yeah. No.
Dude,
yeah,
I was playing with the sand.
Walking up.
I posted a TikTok of me playing with the
Yeah, I
sand,
saw
dude.
that.
It was so beautiful. So soft
Walking
and
up
moist
on
and cold.
jellyfish. Like, ugh, nobody wants that. It's got to be the nice beach where as soon as you're done with the beach, you can walk to wherever you are and shower off outside and then walk into your home, get yourself a nice chip-filled sandwich, and carry on your merry way because, yeah, that's the building.
Maybe a little bit of
sandcastles.
salsa, tortilla chips, something like that.
Oh, yeah, man, that sounds fucking lit. Dude, but yeah, I got to go with the beach. So, curious what everybody else has out there.
Mayonnaise, avocado,
American cheese,
avocado,
turkey.
mayonnaise.
Or you could go mustard and pastrami.
This is freaking octane out here. All right, but let's get into our sports topics. Let's get into the DV sports part of the show, and let's talk about the MLB All-Star Game. I want to talk about this All-Star Game. Did you guys watch it? You guys watch this All-Star Game?
I fell asleep in the sixth inning.
I've seen like 2 highlights. One was Alek Manoah getting told he was mic'd up and he was like, "Hey, what do you want me to throw here?" And he's asking John Smoltz, and Smoltz is like, "Sinker, back foot," and he literally is like, "Oh, you're sexy," and then he throws a sinker back foot and it literally hits the guy in the back foot.
In the back foot.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." And then the other one I saw was Mike
hilarious.
Stanton demolishing that home run or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Hardest ball hit of all time.
Yeah.
All-Star Game.
All right, so I didn't really watch either, but I kind of looked up some highlights just because it's the All-Star Game. I don't know. There's not too much buzz in the All-Star Game anymore. And honestly, almost all the All-Star games really.
I feel like
But I did see
last year's season they did a better job of like promoting the actual All-Star Game. I feel like they didn't really do it this year.
They just do home run derby nowadays.
Yeah.
The All-Star Game kind
and-
of gets pushed to the side.
there were some home runs in it, right? I think it was Byron Buxton, Paul Goldschmidt, and Mike Stanton, like you guys were saying, which I got something with that. But Ohtani got picked off. I thought that was hilarious at first base. In an All-Star game, he gets picked off.
Just
there's
sleeping.
that sick double play behind the back by Jimenez.
Dude, that was nasty.
Dude, it was so
I did see that.
nasty.
That
was
so
nasty.
smooth.
Terrible
And then,
throw by Anderson, huh?
I know, right? Tim Anderson, make the throw to first.
You're the
They still got
All-Star
the
game,
tag.
bro.
They still got the
Golly.
tag
All-Star
off,
game,
but
dude. Just a routine throw to first.
he was probably shocked by the double play. Like he was probably like, "Oh, dude, goddamn!"
He's like, "Oh
Yeah.
damn, son."
Oh damn!
right.
Son. Oh, I gotta make the throw. Goddamn. But that was pretty sweet. That was pretty smooth. But the big thing for me was what Sam was talking about earlier. Mike Stanton hitting a home run, just mashed. And your boy, DV Macho, has got a little conspiracy theory to go with that Mike Stanton home run. You guys ready for it?
The suspense is building.
I think that they were using juiced balls in the All-Star game of 2022 because I saw that picture of Mike Stanton hitting that home run, and that ball was completely molded around that bat. There is no way you're going to tell me that was a normal ball.
It looked like he hit a racquetball.
Like a tennis ball just folded over the bat.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. Just completely molded
you had a
around that
somebody
bat.
kicking a kickball, and it was just morphing around their foot. That's what it looked like.
Be real. He hits those home runs in games.
He does. The dude's a freak.
Right?
Let's be honest.
I mean,
Nobody has that nasty of looking swing and hits the hardest balls in history.
Giancarlo, all arms, no lower body. He hits those 120 mile an hour off the bat home runs.
I'm going to be honest.
He's
I
the
just wanna
guy.
use conspiracy theory music. That's all.
He's the guy who hits a home
That's
run
good.
that never elevates higher than the fence height and still gets out. Like,
Dude, he just hits ropes. It's ridiculous how crazy.
If you look at the
those
list of the
balls.
hardest balls ever hit, it's nothing but like him and Aaron Judge on the list.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But speaking on home
Ohtani,
runs,
like one mixed in.
Oh, Otani's in there too, yeah, because he's also 6'5" and ripped.
it's massive.
Rocked up.
But speaking of home runs, I want to talk about this home run derby. I watched some of it, but it was brutal to watch. Did anybody else feel that way? Like, because when I was watching, I was trying to track what was happening, and it was so hard to track. Like, they were talking about a home run that was like, I'm watching the last one. They're talking about the one that they just hit, and then they're talking about the numbers, how many home runs they hit, and it wasn't matching what was posted on the screen. And I was like,
Yeah.
what is... I don't even know what's happening
Yeah.
right now. It was so fast, and the camera angles were so bad, and I was like trying to enjoy it, but it was ridiculous. Like, what the hell am I watching right now? How
They were
did
hitting
it?
some bombs though. Like some of the guys had a lot of home runs, so that was cool. Like I enjoyed actually
Dude.
watching the hitters hit bombs. It just looks so easy to them. But then I was watching that Julio Rodriguez hit, and I remember thinking, man, if I swung his swing and hit a baseball, it'd be like a blooper over shortstop. You know, like he's swinging so.
It's just a nice, easy, smooth
yeah,
swing.
and he's hitting a freaking nuke to left over and over. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he had
That's all I was
perfect
thinking when I
form.
was watching.
He had 81 total home runs, and he
that's crazy.
destroyed.
I don't know how you don't give
destroyed
him
his
the win.
competition. Well,
Just
they went
from-
with this new format, right? Which was like time and like
Yeah, the
I don't
bonus
think they-
thing was confusing.
you had to go.
the
It had
bonus
to be like a
time?
certain distance. I think.
Yeah,
got
you had to hit
more
two
time.
balls like 440 or longer,
440?
and then you got an extra 30 seconds. On top
It-
of
it was-
everybody already gets 30 seconds. So on top of that 30 seconds, if you hit two 440, you got another 30 seconds.
It was weird. I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't think there was really anything wrong with the way they formatted it before, but I just felt like Julio Rodriguez hit 30-something home runs in the first two rounds, and all he did was just get to go to the next round. And I was like, he destroyed the person he was going against those first two rounds.
That should just be
And then,
automatic victory.
Yeah, and then Juan Soto,
Home run rule.
Juan Soto showed why he's getting offered $440 million contracts.
Do they need to add an aggregate home run derby, like an aggregate score where it totals all your previous rounds?
I think they could definitely change it to where it's
Yeah.
because I think the speed time clock is cool because it keeps it like on pace. But golly, yeah, like you're just saying, it was super hard to track home runs. It's like, wait, did that ball go out? And then you're already looking at the
There were
next
several-
one, like,
Yeah.
wait, did that ball go
There were
out? And then you're
several
like, wait,
times-
I thought they hit 4 home runs, not 6 home runs. And then it's like, damn, that dude just hit it 450. And then the next one's like
You're still
damn,
watching
that
the
looks like it
last
went
one.
450, but it was like 150, and you just couldn't tell.
And then
Yeah.
Salvador Perez would be like, or Salvador Perez. What was the guy's name? The announcer. I don't think it's Salvador. That's a catcher, Salvador.
Yeah, he's a current baseball player.
God, I don't remember his.
Eduardo? I don't know, something like
I
that.
don't know who it was. I can't remember
I
his
don't know who
name.
it
But
was either.
he'd be like, yeah, he's actually on 19. I don't think that's what it's showing, but yeah, he's already won it. I'm pretty sure. It's just,
Yeah.
and then it was like a minute later, you see Juan
He's
Soto
still-
throw his bat up like he
I
won.
know.
And I was
Like,
like, so did he
what?
win? Did he hit an extra home run to win it? Like,
It was
or did he
weird.
find out late?
And then he was talking about like, oh, every player's like their first at bat has been a home run, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that ball fell before the wall. Like, he
Dude,
didn't even
that
make
one
it
was
over.
hilarious.
I was like,
That one was-
wait, what?
No, it was like a midfield pop fly too, like middle of the outfield,
Yeah.
just routine pop fly. I was like, huh,
I was so
is
confused.
he watching what I'm watching, or what are we
Yeah.
doing?
But,
it's weird.
Juan Soto wins. He wins the.
Well deserved. He's clutch.
He deserved it, but dude, where's that guy
As-
gonna go? Because 15 years, 440 millions, turned down to stay with the Nationals. That's a lot of money, but that's a long time to stay.
Shows
with the
he wants to
Nationals.
win, man.
They are ass.
Yeah, they
The
suck, and they're
Nationals-
gonna suck for a
They
while.
suck right now. They're
Our
gonna suck for a
ass.
long time too, because they got all their money tied up in him. Like you're not gonna be able to. They're gonna have to hopefully draft really good or something.
Well, I think they're going to be trying to sell the team.
He,
Honestly,
he's definitely going to a big market team. I'm gonna say. I hate to say Yankees, but they got the money for it always. But they also said they're focused on Aaron Judge. But it also sounds like Aaron Judge isn't too sure on his own track for next year. Did y'all see his interview?
He
We'll talk about
probably
that
wants
after.
big money.
Talk
Big
about
money,
that
huh?
after. Anyway, I'm gonna say Yankees. I'm gonna say the Yankees aren't gonna sign Aaron Judge. They're gonna sign Juan Soto, and yeah,
I think he's probably going to go to the Yankees. I think that's probably what's going to happen. Also, I don't think he goes to a West Coast team.
if he does, it's the Dodgers somehow.
dude,
that's-
that would be stupid.
It would be stupid with
I don't
that
wanna
Yankees
think about that
outfield if
shit.
they kept Judge, Soto, and Stanton. Could you imagine that? Judge, Soto, and Stanton roaming around in that outfield, just bodybuilders out there, just running into
What are
each
they gonna
other.
do with Gallo?
Oh, he's getting traded. He's getting traded. He's getting sent back down to the single A where he belongs.
Gallo's going to the
Did you guys see
minors.
Did you guys see this meme post? And it was like, hey, Anthony Rizzo and Aaron Judge are doing a combined hitting lesson for like a giveaway thing on Instagram. And then there's a comment, and it was like, I'm going to make sure I bid and win this so that I can give it to Joey Gallo. So Rizzo and... So they'd be giving him a hitting lesson.
That's brutal, dude.
He's pretty bad. He is.
Dude, he's awful.
pretty
I
bad.
don't know what happened to him. He's always just been home run or strikeout though, and 90%
Yeah,
of the
he
time
has
strikeout.
been. He has been, but I feel like he's been a little bit better earlier.
Yeah, he
on.
wasn't as bad with the
Yeah.
Rangers.
but
Maybe
he
Now
didn't
he
always
hits
strike
like
out
home
the
runs in the. He hits like home runs now in the 8th inning when they're up 7-0 against the Orioles or something.
Random
Like,
when
oh,
it doesn't count.
Now he hits a home run. Who gives a
Yeah.
shit? He made it 8-0.
Well, speaking
Did y'all-
of players falling off, what you got, Paul?
I was gonna say, did y'all see the Aaron Judge interview at the All Star game or at the Home Run Derby?
No, I wanted to
So-
hear about that.
Pretty much, this reporter put him on the spot, and she was like, "Hey, there's this guy named Timmy from this elementary school," and he said, like, "Aaron Judge, like, how do you want me to feel if you don't stay with the Yankees like next year, or like if you do stay with the Yankees, like, how do you think that's gonna make people like my age feel?" And then Aaron Judge was like, "Well, Timmy, you know, there's a lot of great players with the Yankees that are going to be here for a while, so you'll have plenty of players to like in the future." I was like, "Oh. So you don't want to be with the Yankees anymore?" Or it sounded very like I'm not going to be here next year esque, but
Dude, hey,
I don't know. Yeah, I gotta go watch
Timmy
that.
with a question, huh?
Yeah, dude, it was
Honestly,
a
like,
fire question.
if I was judge, like, the Yankees are kind of doing him wrong. You know, all these guys that are superstars expected to get extended before their contract is up, and the dude has 31 or like 33 home runs already, which is outrageous. And he's like carrying them. He's had so many clutch hits, him and Stanton both.
Yep.
Like home runs, walk-off home runs. The dude has been a beast, and it
It's
kind of
a
seems
1
like he's
year.
like, you guys are gonna have to pay me what I want, or I'm
Yeah.
gone. Basically, he's like, I'm having that good a year, and I
I
don't
mean, if
care
there's
anymore.
if there's
Like,
anyone who deserves it, who these massive
he's been
contracts,
so loyal before this year. He's been so loyal to them, and I think he feels a little bit like disrespected probably.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
can feel that,
Especially like
So
with
I
like Bryce
kinda
Harper
get it.
getting his contract, like
dude.
Yeah.
I think he deserves some money, and they gave him like a 1 year, like I don't even remember what it was, but it was like okay, he's getting paid for the 1 year, but man, you guys, he should have had a long term, crazy money
Yeah.
contract, which he didn't get. But speaking of players falling short and contracts falling short, let's talk about the Open and Rory McIlroy falling short. Is that how you guys felt with that? Rory McIlroy was leading the way in that tournament. He had
I
like
don't
a what was it,
feel
like
like-
a four-stroke lead going
I
into
think he
the
had a
final round?
5-stroke lead or 6-stroke lead going into the final round, because I think Smith was
Yeah,
11 under before round 3, and then he shot a 1 over, so he went into the last day at 10 under, and McIlroy was 16 under with Hovland. They both had a 6-shot lead going into the last day. And
Where'd Hovland end up?
he folded, dude. Hovland
Yeah,
ain't built for it.
I think he
He
went.
folded so
I think he
bad.
went over on the day.
Wet paper towel, bad, dude. So I think my highlight from the last day is it was hilarious. They were like on the tee box on like 17 or something like that. Somebody was, or they were on like the tee box on 18. They were on a hole, and they were like on a putting green, and you just see a ball like fly right next to one of the guys, and they're like, "Oh wow, that was Hovland's tee shot from 17, like just like 2 holes over." I was like, this dude is folding. Like, it was so bad.
Jeez. Yikes.
But not
yeah.
to take the shine away from Cameron Smith. Cameron
Smith was hot.
is a dog.
That dude
So
was
for me,
hot.
just like as somebody, I didn't really watch the tournament that much, which I guess I probably should have because it's a pretty big deal to all the golfers that are in it. But
I think it's
I
like
thought
the
it was
favorite
cool that Cameron
course
Smith-
for most players.
I thought it was cool that he finally won.
Yeah, and a big one.
'cause
And
he's
a
been right
huge
there.
one.
He's been
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it was a big win. He finally kind of pulled through. Like he clutched up, had a good day. So it's
That's
pretty cool to see him win.
his putting was on fire, and he's probably the best putter
Yeah.
in the right now on the tour.
would say
Or
on tour,
probably
yeah.
in general,
By
like he's probably
far.
the best putter in the world right now, and it came through, and that's what got him the win. But he won it, but McIlroy had such a big lead going into the final day, and I think he still went like -2 for the day. But Jesus, man, like you got to pull that out. Like that's his home course. Like you got to pull out that win, and he didn't. I mean, kudos to Cam Smith, but I feel like McIlroy, he just doesn't sustain these like epic moments anymore.
Yeah, he just didn't come through in the clutch. I mean, he hit every green. He was 18 of 18 on greens, and he didn't have
He
a
just
single
couldn't
one
putt.
putt.
Yeah,
Not
he
a
just
single
couldn't-
one putt.
Couldn't putt to
And
win it. I mean,
Cam
he played
Smith,
good.
I think, had 8 1-putts or something like that on the last day.
That's interesting. So I've been listening to, because I like putting a lot, probably more than you guys. But I was listening to Rory talk about his putting mentality right now, and I would say it's like pretty much what I think. When I look at my putt, the last thing I'm thinking is like, okay, let me just get this as close to the hole as I can, like, because the speed is correct. Like, let me hit this speed,
Yeah.
the best speed that I can. I'm not really looking at, like, I'll see my line, and then I'm thinking, okay, let me hit this speed correctly, and then I hit it. And that's apparently what Roy's been focusing on. He's not worried about making any putts. He's just worried about hitting the correct speed.
Yeah.
And I mean, that kind of play, that's exactly what happens. You know, he has a bunch of good 2 putts, but he's not making anything. And then I was listening to an interview, and Cam Smith was talking about his putting, and he was like, the last thing I think about is lining up my putt, and then I don't take a practice swing or anything, and all I think about is that ball just dribbling in to the cup right at the end.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's a
two
great
different
approach, too.
mentalities. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
it's
thinking, "I'm gonna make
essentially
it."
That's just how confident he is.
it's essentially like getting the right speed also, and he's thinking of just like
Right.
slowly rolling
It's
it
the
in,
right speed, but also thinking about making it.
of making it, not two putting, making it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that mentality probably changes. I mean,
think
Cam
this
Young,
is kinda
Cam
cool
Young,
insight.
dude. I have
Dude,
here
Cameron Young.
attack of the Cams, because that dude passed Rory McIlroy also. Like
With an
for
eagle
the
on
la-
18.
Eagle on 18 to pass McIlroy for second place. Like, God.
Could you imagine if Cameron Smith missed that putt on 18 and they tied? If he when he
Bro.
eagled on 18 and it went into playoff,
I
like,
was
could you
kinda
imagine the craze?
I was kind of hoping it was going to play off, but then when I saw
I
that,
was too.
Cameron Smith was just clutch.
It was just such a
ridiculous.
good finish.
Hey, a little side note. Did you guys see that there was like a junior tournament going on in Australia? And to celebrate Cam Smith winning, all the kids were wearing mullets.
That is awesome.
Like mullet wigs.
That dude
They had
has
all these ridiculous mullet
that dude's
wigs.
mullet
It's so funny.
is nasty. It is like
Australia,
the nastiest of mullets.
Australia does things right sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was dying laughing.
The last thing I want to say with the open though is Tiger Woods missing the cut. It's a sad day, huh? Made me cry inside.
Ah, man, it's looking like the end almost to me for Tiger, like real
He
soon.
just can't practice as
He just-
much.
He just can't
It's
walk.
just
Like
his
he
body.
can't physically, I don't think.
His body
It
just
looks
can't
like it
sustain
hurts,
it.
dude. Just walking.
I mean, that course is pretty. It's got a ton of hills, so it's probably pretty brutal for him. But man, it just hurts. It's like, man, it hurts me watching him play. Like, I feel like my
Yeah.
knee is
Yeah.
like, and my leg is in pain. I was like, oh, it looks so painful. And
Like
then,
I'd rather watch him play, just like driving a cart around. You know, I don't want to watch him walk.
Dude, can you
Why don't
imagine
they let him do that?
Can you imagine him driving a cart around as everybody else is walking? That would
He's, like,
be
hopping
so
out of the car,
funny.
and He's like,
Not even a caddy.
yeah, he doesn't have a caddy. He gets to use a rangefinder. He actually has one of those speaker things on his cart. It's like,
Oh,
42 yards away from the middle of the green.
That would be hilarious. But yeah, it was a sad day when I saw he missed the cut. But it's probably the last time
Yeah,
he'll
it
ever
wasn't
play that
emotional.
course. Yeah,
He's as emotional as I've ever seen him walking up to that final hole.
On
Yeah.
18 for
He knew
sure.
he was done.
you know, and you
Standing
don't ever
ovation.
don't ever see it from that guy. It's just
Yep.
man,
That's just-
it goes to show
he
he's
knows.
realizing he can't sustain
Yeah.
the way he used to,
He
especially
knows
in those
it's-
big moments.
It's on the home stretch for him.
But let's transition over to some basketball, because basketball has been wild between free agency, trades, and there's so many trades that I want to talk about. Because, and first we gotta go first off into the Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving shit show. Like, are they leaving the Nets? Like, is that gonna happen?
I
They're
think
both
it's-
leaving.
Are they both leaving? I thought it looks like they're both staying.
No, they're both leaving.
It feels like they can't find deals for them. Like, the
They can't get
Lakers
the deals
want
they want.
Kyrie
Why are you so sure they're staying? I don't understand.
Staying or leaving?
or staying.
Or why are you so sure they're leaving? I mean, I'm sorry.
I mean, well, Kevin Durant doesn't want to play there, first of all. So
No,
he'll
dude,
play. But y'all know
Dude,
how KD is.
I have a note here from Windhorst who said nobody knows what Kevin Durant's thinking. Nobody. His teammates, the Nets, they have
but
no
He's
idea.
not talking to anybody.
They
You
don't
can
even
tell
know why
from-
he wanted a trade. Like they don't.
You can
they
tell
have
from
no-
KD last year on his attitude and like how he was. He's acting very Golden State-esque in his last year
Here's the
when you
thing,
kind of
though,
felt
dude.
he wanted
Here's the-
out.
Here's
I don't
the
even
thing
know if
that
KD
I also
knows.
have been listening to, like with KD being traded, it's just not gonna happen, dude. They're gonna have the Nets are taking the we're winning the trade approach, like regardless. Like if we're giving up
Oh.
Kevin Durant, who we have under contract, we're gonna win the trade. Like if people were like, oh, he's gonna go to Phoenix, he's gonna go to Miami. It's like they're gonna get Devin Booker in that trade. It's not going to be a D Booker CP team like with KD. That's not going to happen. They're not going
No.
to settle for Miles Bridges and picks. Like
No.
they want the best player on the team.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Miami. They want Adebayo, they want like Adebayo and Butler. Like they want ridiculous shit because they're giving up the best scoring forward of all time. Like
Well,
I don't think he's going to go anywhere, honestly.
I think
So-
the Heat can afford. They got the pieces
So,
for it. They just got it.
Adebayo can't go to.
Yeah, Adebayo's
Nets.
not able to
They
go.
would
They would
have
have to
to
be.
trade-
trade
have a-
Ben Simmons.
It would have to be a three-team trade to make that happen. But
But it's also been reported that Miami doesn't want to give up Adebayo.
right.
So-
well, I don't think Durant would want to play on that team without him.
Exactly.
With what the Jazz got for Gobert, you got to imagine what the Nets are going to want to get, because the Jazz got, what was it, 5 players and 4 first rounders for Rudy Gobert. Like, can
It
you
was pretty
imagine? Can you imagine what the Nets would be asking for? Like,
I mean,
they gotta
yeah,
be
you've heard
asking
it.
Oh
for-
yeah.
They
They're
gotta be
asking
asking
for,
for
like,
everything.
6 first rounders, an all-star, and like
Yeah,
crazy things.
And I don't think teams are willing to give that up.
It's not going to happen. He's
Which,
under contract.
I think if anybody is
going
going to stay, it's KD, but Kyrie's out. But
So
I
that's
think
the
they're
thing.
both
You
going to
say
end
that
up
too,
both
dude.
traded.
That's the thing,
I think
too.
You're right with that. I think he's more likely, but I don't.
Right.
I think they're both going to end up on the Nets.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is, like, right, the Nets can't get rid of KD because they can't get the payoff of what they're wanting. So they might as well keep, probably arguably the best player in the league. And then with Kyrie, the only team that really wants him is the Lakers. Nobody wants to deal with that headache. And the Lakers can't.
Well, nobody to make the money work, they'd have to give up either Anthony Davis or Westbrook, and it's like,
Yep.
well, you give up Westbrook, but the Nets are like, fuck that. We have Kyrie under contract for a
Well,
year.
even then,
maybe there'll be a deal during the year that's better than Westbrook.
And even then, they can't get rid of Westbrook. And there's the talk of the Spurs taking on that contract because they have small payroll right now, and so
I
they
heard
can
that.
eat it for a year. But it's like, dude, the Spurs don't want to pay money for a trash player just so that the Lakers can get Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
that's dumb. That's a dumb move, unless they get 2 first-round picks, which they're not going to get. So I don't
Which I
know.
think-
It's going to be
I've seen
hard to
packages
move Kyrie also.
from the Lakers to the Nets, and pretty much the only thing that was preventing it was the Lakers not wanting to throw on top a first-round draft pick. And that was the only thing preventing it, which eventually I think they're going to cave. It's Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, they got to do something. I don't know.
Because
Their
right
team is
now,
constructed isn't good.
I saw a stat on the Lakers. They have the worst shooting team, statistic wise, in the NBA with their current roster. They have so
Makes
many
sense.
players under 30% on shooting.
That makes a lot of sense. Le GM building that team, huh? But honestly, the troll within me really wants that Nets team to stay together. I just want to see it burn. You know what I mean? Dude, seeing Ben Simmons,
Slowly.
Kyrie
Slow
Irving,
burn.
and Kevin Durant, I could just see the epic meltdown happening. But I could also see it going the other way too.
I just don't get Kyrie Irving, dude. His mentality. I don't understand. Him and KD are both so dramatic. It's
Well,
just You guys are getting paid millions and millions of dollars. Like, just show up. You're under contract. Like, are they even going to show up? Like, will KD even show up? You know, I don't know. But it's like, you guys are getting paid millions, and you wanted to create your own thing together. Like, go do it then. You know, I don't know. It kind of
I think
the wrong way.
I think about it, and that's why I want to see it burn. It's just because you think about Kyrie Irving, who, like, yeah, he cares enough about basketball to where he's like one of the best point guards in the world. So obviously he cares, but you can tell he cares way more about other things than the game of basketball. And being there for his teammates and being there for that team, like he doesn't care as much about that. Kevin Durant, I think, absolutely loves the game of basketball. I think he's all in on playing basketball. I just think he's like a mental case with people like telling him, you know, with him going to the Warriors. I think he's just
they
a mental
messed
case.
up pretty bad, dude. Like, when they were creating that team, and I don't know if it's ever been reported, but like when they were creating that team, they gave DeAndre Jordan a massive contract, and they had to get rid of who's the guy that went to the Cavs, the big guy with the afro. I can't remember his name right now. He's a center.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either, but yeah, he was a young, good center. Like,
he's
he
really
was
good,
so
and
good.
he was part of why the Cavs were good this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that and the Harden trade just blew that team up. I think if the team stayed without any trades, KD, Kyrie, they would have still had DeWindy. They would have still had that big black dude with the afro. Like, dude, they would have had so many good young pieces that they gave away.
They were getting rid of a lot of people too. Like Kyrie and Kevin Durant were like, we don't like this guy on our team. We don't like this guy on our team. They got rid of him. Like, and they were getting rid of Jared Allen. Yeah. Like, they were getting rid of all of these guys, and it was like they blew up that team, man. And then you throw in Ben Simmons, who knows if that guy's playing. There's just a bunch of mentally fragile players on that team, and you just have no hope that they're going to come together and have the mental fortitude to actually like make runs and win shit without folding beforehand. Like, dude, I just don't see that happening.
So much potential on that team, though. That team is actually really well constructed if they just get their shit together and like play basketball.
I also think probably social media in general just destroys those guys mentally. Like,
they do. There's a lot of pressure on them for sure. You know, they're getting hammered every day, and they are pretty well invested into their social media, I think.
Yeah.
So Kyrie acts like he's not, but he definitely is.
What if Ben Simmons either ends up playing for the Nets without Kyrie and KD, or gets shipped out without playing with Kyrie and Kyrie?
I think they'd be happy to see him go. I think they kind of feel like he abandoned them in the playoffs for no reason.
Yeah,
I think the Nets would be really happy just to start over.
Call it good, get a bunch of picks.
Yeah, let's just rebuild this thing. They had a lot of hype, but they went through a shit ton of bull crap just to get that hype. I don't know if it was worth it. But let's move on to another trade that happened. Malcolm Brogdon goes to the Celtics. I think that just further deepens that team. They also got
I agree.
They also got Gallinari in that Spurs trade, which we'll talk about a little later. But that Celtics team is so much deeper. He's going to be, I think, like the sixth man coming off the bench, providing scoring for that second unit.
Which is really what they need.
Dude, they lacked scoring at so many times. I
could see in the most important parts of the game, like Smart being on the bench and then playing Brogdon.
Yeah.
I could see that too.
Just to have a ball handler.
A ball handler, a scorer,
somebody
he's a good defender.
The offense.
Yeah, I think he's a huge pickup for them. We'll see how it actually plays out.
And he's level-headed. I remember on our last episode, we freaking hammered Marcus Smart for losing his shit.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
true
playoffs.
too.
Like, he's not going to do that. Brogdon's not going to do that. He's too mellow.
And it also helps that they don't have to go to what's his name, who ended up folding in the finals also as a second player or a backup player. Guy? No, oh my God, it's former Spurs dude. I'm blanking on his name.
White.
Derek White. Well, I guess a white guy.
That was Nazir.
But yeah, they don't have to rely on him to be like the second guy. He can be the third guy and be, playing that role player instead. So I think that was a huge pickup.
That corner shooter.
Gobert goes to the Timberwolves, and Cat is talking about.
I don't know why.
Cat is saying it is championship or bust. I don't know what they're thinking.
I don't know. I'd call it that.
I don't know. Nobody understands why they traded 5 players, including Patrick Beverley, which I thought was hilarious. Trading 5 players, 4 first rounders for Rudy Gobert. Like, what is that?
The Timberwolves haven't been watching playoff basketball for the last 5 years, I guess. I don't know. They don't realize that he's unplayable in the playoffs. Nobody else is noticing that.
Yes.
I don't understand.
It's terrible. It is a terrible
So,
move. Timberwolves are a terrible franchise. They're so poorly run and structured.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But I thought that was the big thing.
I just don't understand. Like, 3 casual fans of basketball know that dude sucks in the fucking playoffs, and like there's the GM that's like, yeah, we gotta sell out for this guy. This guy's gonna change our team.
This is the guy.
Like, dude, he can't be played in the playoffs. He's like Enes Kanter. Like, what are you guys watching out there?
Yeah, so we'll see how
Yes.
that plays out. That's going to be pretty exciting. But we're like we talked about earlier, DeJounte Murray gets traded to the Hawks. The Spurs get 3 first rounders, and they get Gallinari in it also, which they release Gallinari. Celtics add Gallinari to their roster in free agency. They get another shooter, which is great for them. But Spurs, 3 first rounders, they're going super young. They're going super cheap. They're a full rebuild. And then the Hawks get DeJounte Murray, which is a
They
great
just signed.
pickup for them.
They just locked up
They
Keldon
paid,
Johnson for
Keldon
4 years
Johnson
as well.
80 mil.
Oh, yeah. So he's going to be a part
I
of
was happy
their...
to see that.
Yeah, Keldon Johnson's a pretty good young player. So,
I
but he's
actually
going to be
really
part
like
of the
team.
rebuild.
I'm gonna
So
miss DeJounte.
DeJounte's good, but they didn't want to waste his years there. They knew they were rebuilding.
Yeah,
respect.
They knew he should be on a team that could, he could actually help.
I'm interested to see how that Hawks team works. Like, is he gonna play the 2 guard? I guess.
Yeah, so from my understanding is he's going to be. They want Trae Young to be moving off the ball more, for the ball not to always
Like
be
Curry?
in his hands. Exactly, running around, moving off the ball, playing off the ball, kind of opening that up, and then defensively he's going to be like the kind of focal point for, the guards.
Switches and stuff.
Yep. So, I think it's going to work better for them. We'll see how it actually plays
excited.
out. I think Trae Young's kind of a. I think it's going to be more beneficial with him having the ball less in his hand, actually, because sometimes he looks terrible.
Yeah, he gets
Yeah.
flustered with the double teams and
He just takes some bad
And-
shots and forces
Yeah.
things. And Harden took a pay cut, which he just re-signed. But with that money, all they signed was PJ Tucker and Daniel House. Like, those are the 2 pickups.
They're like
I don't-
rebuilding the Rockets roster.
It
But
didn't
everybody's
work.
older.
And everybody's older. Like, Harden took less money to rebuild the failure of the Rockets. With him, I guess,
Yeah.
Embiid on the team now. But I thought that was surprising, though, Harden taking less money, first off.
that's not very Harden-like.
It really isn't. And I guess he's committed to his hammies not blowing out also.
Dude's hot trash.
I guess
Let's be
he's
real.
gonna get
Harden's
in
hot
shape.
trash. He's old.
Dude, speaking of hammies, my hammy. I'm finally recovering, but damn, I blew out the hammy too. I felt like Harden with less money.
Chris Paul in the finals every year.
Zion gets a massive extension, 5-year, $231 million. I immediately thought of just like him throwing just a huge bash with like crawfish boil and ice cream, and all that weight he lost, just like
Cornbread.
inflated overnight. Like he's back to Zion.
You could see him in a hot tub of crawfish, just like sitting with crawfish around and eating, with like his, like a bench full of cornbread next to him, and like, oh, dude, that's a
But
good
dude, as soon as he got signed, I immediately saw his neck inflating.
That dude his neck was already the size of like his head. It was just like shoulders, head.
But real quick, I just wanted to give a shout out to DV Berserk, our cousin Roland. They had a huge signing or trade in Baker Mayfield. Yeah, good for the Panthers. Woo! Big pickup for the. What a joke franchise.
Dude, they play the Browns opening game.
Dude, that's awesome.
What if Baker Mayfield gets benched
that
for Sam Darnold?
Oh, what a slap in the face. He may get traded from that team if that happens.
Hey, he looked pretty fat the other day. I saw a picture.
He's always kind of
been on the couch, dude.
The other thing I wanted
playing this year.
Other shout out I want to bring out really quick was Peter Yan, UFC, finally fighting like a contender. Or Sean O'Malley finally fighting a contender in Peter Yan. I feel like
it's gonna be crazy.
Sean O'Malley is. I feel like he's all hype. I feel like he's just all hype.
I feel like he's gonna get. He's like Peter Yan's just gonna be all over him.
Yep.
I think
he's
he's just
O'Malley's
not
not gonna be able to. He's not gonna have the separation that he needs.
No.
Yeah, and then his last fight, his no contest in the second round with Pedro Munoz, he was getting handled. He literally did nothing the whole fight, and then he pokes him in the eye multiple times, and
so I actually saw an interesting report on that. So Munoz was poked in the right eye multiple times, which is not the eye he was complaining he couldn't see out of. So he took a right hook to the left eye and like fractured his bone, which is his eye started closing. So they stopped the fight for the other eye that was not eye poked. So it shouldn't have been a no contest.
I haven't seen that. I'm curious.
Yeah,
where
look it
that's
up.
Coming from
and he does interviews too afterwards. And the eye that's swollen, like
it is
shut,
always the left eye.
The eye that's swollen shut is the eye that wasn't poked. And there's a punch where you see him like get punched, and after that he just started rubbing his eye, like because he broke his, I guess what is that, your orbital bone? I don't know, your eye socket.
It's interesting. Yeah, I had to look into that because I did not know that. But regardless,
I'm excited for the fight too, though.
Yeah, regardless.
Also, Patty the Baddie's gonna fight this weekend.
Oh, yeah,
it's weekend, a good card.
Mm-hmm. They got some pretty good fighters.
Makachev for the title. Oh my god!
Oh my god,
dude,
that's sick.
It's gonna be such a good fight.
Sick fight.
Oliveira opens up underdog.
I was telling Paul, like, yeah, he's the underdog. Like, yeah, but what's gonna happen? He's gonna get knocked down, and he's gonna come back and win. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
He's gonna come back and win while semi-conscious.
Finish him, and then he's not gonna get down there because he's afraid to get struck. But that's the thing. Like, Islam's not afraid to like get on the ground and finish him.
Yeah. That's true.
Whereas everybody else is like, we knocked him down. We don't want to get on the ground, though. And then they let him up, and then he knocks their ass out.
But Oliveira is great on the ground too, though. So
yeah,
and I think the trick that Oliveira has, like going into every fight, is he's always halfway knocked out going in, anyways. So he's basically fighting the same the whole fight. Like
he's like the Hulk. The Hulk is like, I'm always angry. That's my secret. I'm always halfway knocked out. He's also like almost blind, I think, right? Have you guys seen that, Oliveira? He had
without his glasses?
Shit, without his glasses.
No.
Yeah.
So he fights partially
that's why
blind.
He just wears those punches.
Jeez. Wow, I didn't know that. Coming. Wow, this guy's
over. He's so good at jiu-jitsu.
Like, look at him after the fight when he's getting interviewed. He'll put his glasses back on. Those things are thick, dude. He cannot see.
That dude needs to get eye surgery and just
watch.
Friggin'.
Anybody listening to this,
he's a champion.
You see that? Yeah. Dude's winning fights, can't even see.
This guy needs to get like eye surgery so he can actually focus. Do you know how much better he would be? Jesus. Anyways,
dude, he would be scared.
Let's get into our gaming topics, and I got a little music to get our mood vibing in a different way. So let's hit that button.
Yeah.
This give you guys gaming vibes? I feel like it's
like a scary Tetris.
Scary.
Oh, it is like scary Tetris. It's like Tetris, like right before it's getting stacked to the top of the screen, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I got a long one. No.
I wanted to talk Overwatch. Like, when is that thing happening? I feel like we've been waiting forever.
I might play Overwatch 2 tonight, and I'll give you guys feedback. It's out on PC. Me and Desiree got our betas.
Oh.
So I might give it a shot and have some insight for the next episode.
So Overwatch 2, what is all right, so you have access to the beta. How does that happen?
It's only beta accessible on PC currently.
So,
I see.
have you opened it, or can you?
No,
open it?
I haven't really had time, but I'm gonna install it after this and probably get some in. I've heard a lot of complaints though about it.
Dude,
Really?
I'm
Seems like
excited
it's been
to hear about that
overworked.
Next episode.
Well, October 4th
Next
is supposed to
episode, we'll hear
be
about it.
when it's supposed to actually drop. And I don't know if you guys knew, but Overwatch, the original, is being overwritten with Overwatch 2. So you can't even play the original game once this comes out.
Oh, I didn't know that. But
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully it's
That better be
fine.
good.
Yeah, right? Because Overwatch was already amazing. So hopefully these improvements are better. And if it's
they're-
not, you're screwed.
They're overwriting it.
Yeah. So
Do you think-
Dude, they're overriding it. That's crazy. That's kind of sad. Like that game's just
it
gonna be
is.
gone.
It is gone forever. No,
I
unless
wonder
you-
if they're gonna put in new game modes, like a capture the flag, or like different types of game modes.
I don't know.
I like the game modes it has, to be honest.
I do too. So something that I found out too is that the second beta just ended not too long ago, and the third beta is starting up. At the end of the second beta, they released like some code, and somebody saw it and they like decoded it or whatever. And it said, I didn't write down the quote, but basically it's I think it says like, "What's the fox say?" or something like that, and it was teasing like a new character. I think the character's name is Kinesica Fox.
Bro, I was just thinking, imagine, not to like take away from your Fox statement, this is totally a little bit different, but imagine Overwatch having a battle royale mode. Like, would that be sick? Like you're team fighting as like Diva and like Reaper, and you like go in and you're like third partying a team.
Like
and just, throw your
5v5s?
ult in.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. There's like, but
That
it's a
would be
battle
kind of sick,
royale,
yeah.
Like there's like 150 players on the map to start out, and it's like all the different
Dude, that
maps,
would
but
be
one big map.
wild.
But how would
There'd
they
be so many
how would
people.
they that'd be an interesting concept, because how would they interpret like or put in guns or items,
Armor and loot and stuff.
It'd be a whole different game.
because they're already armored and already guns. But God, that's a good idea. It would have to be like a quick game and not like a looting version.
That would be.
But that sounds sick.
crazy. It'd probably be. It sounds sick now
Maybe-
until we actually like think it out.
Maybe
and,
they
like,
put
Dude, it would
maybe they
suck.
put farming in the game and building.
Dude, you know how clusterfucky the fights get just 5-on-5? Imagine being third and fourth party and there's just 25 guys, just like there's 5 diva ults going off. 5
Dude, that
dyke
would
chicks
be-
all black holing you, like
It would be insane. That would be epic. But yeah, apparently this new
dope.
character, I think there's like rumors that it's going to be like a female Genji. Can you imagine 2 Genjis on one team? Ugh. It sounds terrible.
Yeah,
Just killing you
I
from
wonder.
behind.
Hopefully she doesn't throw ninja stars. Hopefully she does something different, like has nunchucks or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But
Or
speaking
gopher
of,
chucks. Gopher chucks would be sick.
I need Gopher Chucks. Oh gosh, what a call! What a callback to that movie. If you know, you know. But I think I might try to reach out to somebody. Maybe we can feature like some sort of guest on somebody who's been playing the beta and maybe somebody more educated on it, so we can get some better insight on it. But another team game we've been playing is Fall Guys. We've been hitting up some Fall Guys, and it has been so fun and so funny. Oh my gosh.
Some of the funniest things on Fall Guys is watching you, DV Macho, DV Sauce, or DV Bean try to finish a racing map.
Dude, those racing maps are my favorite, man. You just never know what the hell's gonna happen.
Hammered by the same things over and over. Oh my god, it's so
Getting
funny.
smashed
Just
over
falling
the
in the
head.
exact same spot over and over and over, and acting surprised over and over and over.
That sounds like you're talking about DV sauce right there.
Yeah, dude, Kyle's terrible at that game. It's awesome. Although I've seen Junior jump like completely, so that you know that
Yeah.
one map where like the circles go horizontally and like they flip, so you have to time them right to like jump from circle to circle. I've seen
it's like
Junior just full on like jump to nothing. Like he was on the edge, jump like going to the first one, and he just full sent to like the side where there was nothing, like nothing
Dude,
even
there's-
close. I was like, where
thought-
are you going?
I thought there was
Just
something at
mental
the bottom of
collapse.
that. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna full send, and something's gonna be there, and just it was nothing. I died. But
Fall Guys is fun though, man.
it's been so fun. The team game, or the team game mode is so much fun. But did you guys know that they're coming out with like a new Sonic map, new Sonic stage? So that's gonna be coming out. I think they said this fall.
Sonic.
Yeah, like Sonic the Hedgehog. So there's gonna be like a new stage with like some things that are related to Sonic the Hedgehog. They're gonna
that's
bring out
cool.
skins like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles skins.
That'd be
Um,
sick.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that'll be pretty cool.
They're going very
with the-
Fortnite-esque on this, huh?
Yeah, but it's so simple and it's so fun that they can
The
just
game is so
replicate
fun,
it.
dude.
They could just replicate it, and as long as they change these levels up a little bit, tweak them,
It's so
Like,
easy.
you just make something new. And like the Sonic thing, you can just have a theme, kind of have some.
And Epic
I think there's
Games.
gonna be like golden rings. There's gonna be like the bouncing boing. You know what I mean? Like where you're jumping off of that
Yeah.
little spring. It's gonna probably have those sounds in there.
You remember
and
playing
then-
Sonic? What was the Sonic game where you would skate on the railings and stuff, like for like an entire
Oh,
map?
dude. I don't
remember
know.
what I'm talking
Dude,
about?
yeah, I remember that one.
When I think Sonic,
It was on
I think of the
GameCube, I think.
old Sonic on Sega Genesis. That was like a while ago.
Me and Paul were playing this one Sonic game, and it was dope.
Dude,
You
yeah,
would,
I remember what you're
you'd be
talking
like
about.
racing each other on these rails for an entire map.
I don't remember which one that one that was though. But yeah, I know. what you're
There's so
talking about.
many.
That was sick.
There's so many Sonic games out there. Oh, we could spend like
Sonic's a
so
big
much
deal.
time on Sonic games. Those movies are good. Go watch them. Last thing I got on Fall Guys, they got kaiju's out right now. Kaiju skins, Godzilla's, Mothra.
That's
stuff like
dope.
that.
I need to get on Fall Guys
Oh,
today.
dude, I got a nice video of Dez clutching up on Fall Guys in the last. It was actually my first ever win.
Yes.
We
Where she's
were playing
pushing.
the bomb map, Paul. Yeah. We were playing the bomb map where like the
Yeah.
ground starts falling out, but you have the balls, and like the longer you hold it, they get closer to exploding. Then you like throw it at somebody to knock them off the map. And Dez was the last one alive on our team, and she's 1v1ing like two other guys. And I'm pretty sure one of them got blown up by a ball and flew off. So then
Yeah.
it's a straight up 1v1. And we all just start screaming at her, "Push him, Dez, push him off!" So then she goes for it, so and grabs him, and like
They're
for a
pushing
second, they were
each
both
other.
going straight sideways. They were going straight sideways, just like knuckling sideways. And then eventually, you just see her start to win it, dude. And then she pushes him like off the edge, and you see his little like legs pushing off the side, like trying to hang on for dear life.
Dude,
And
he
then
was
oh my
like, he
God,
was
it
just hanging there, like he was just hanging there over the ledge because I don't know if he was still holding on.
her, but like,
Yeah, I don't know if he was still holding
Hanging
on
on.
or she was, but eventually, like he fell off and dropped off. But it was so epic and so funny because these two
Yeah.
people are trying to push each other, and then finally she wins. I don't know how. You would think they'd all have the pushing, like same push capacity, but she slowly got him over the edge, and then he didn't even drop immediately. He was just hanging there for a while.
It was just like a slow, suspenseful fall to his death.
slow, suspenseful victory. It was such a great way to cap like
great.
that round. It was
That is
so much
awesome.
fun.
I was so
but yeah,
hyped too because that was my first win.
so good. Yeah, and
That's
we
my
were
first and only win.
we were trying to grind a win out, and we finally did, and that's the way we won it. It was pretty epic. But
I got a quick side note for gaming. I've been going through, and I got to throw some Apex in. I've been going through and trying to on this season win a match with every character. For some people that are super good, obviously that wouldn't take very long. But I'm all the way down to the last 3. So I need to get an Ash win, a Mad Maggie win, and a Newcastle win. So there's
You have all the characters unlocked?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Dude, when you start winning games a lot, you get like 600 of those red tokens every time you win.
That makes sense. Why I haven't unlocked all of them.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what though? Wins. I have gotten some wins. Me and you won one the other day. Me and DV Bean won a match the other day too.
You probably have enough.
So I've been.
Yeah, you could probably get them all.
I've been getting some wins. Also, you guys, I found this out yesterday. Something I found out. So I have to put my TV in game mode in order for me to play it, or for my controls to act right. But it's been getting really, really dim, and I realized that you can turn up the backlight, so my brightness is like now normal, and I can actually see people in dark places. So I think that's gonna be a game. That's gonna be a game changer for me.
I will say I did feel like you played a little better last time we played after you did that too. So
yeah, we played last night, and it was a 3v3, and Sam, DV Slasty, and DV who was it? Who did we play with? Oh, Kyle. So DV Slasty, and why am I blanking on Kyle's
Sauce Meister.
DV Sauce. DV Slasty, DV Sauce got knocked, and I was the only one still alive, and I knocked 2 of them, and then I was out of ammo, and I tried switching to a sniper, and I shot 1 shot, but I missed, and I just got lit up. But yeah, I knocked 2 of them in a 3v1 fight, so I thought that was pretty cool. But that doesn't happen very often. But
that game mode is a game changer, huh?
Dude, no, not the game mode. That backlight. So those of you out there playing on a TV with like really crappy lighting, turn that backlight up. Give it a 3 button up. Get you some visibility in this game. Probably
pop.
It'll probably exponentially change your aim.
Flappy pop flap.
Clickety clackety click.
Clickety clappity plop. But that's our episode, man. Man, it's been so long since we recorded. We'll have to get another one out next week. But I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Let's get one out again.
And we're gonna try to get that guest get that guest so we can talk some some Overwatch. Get you guys the insight of this beta game. But we will see you guys on the flip side
next time.
Peace.
Yeah.
We just wanted to say thanks again, everybody, for listening to this episode of the DV Sports and Gaming Podcast. With that said, we wanted to give you guys a proper outro. Here we go.
All right, guys. So please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We have DV Sports and Gaming for Instagram. Our TikTok is DV Sports Gaming, and our YouTube is DV Sports and Gaming. We post all kinds of videos, all kinds of clips, sports related, and also just gaming clips. So please subscribe and follow.
And don't forget to utilize our social medias to interact with us and give feedback on the podcast and content that we create. We want to build a community around sports and gaming with our fans and listeners. And as always, guys, thanks for listening to the DV Sports and Gaming Podcast. We'll see you guys next time.